Good morning, everyone. I'm Miss Johnson, one of your school counselors at Garinger. Really quickly, there is a bit.ly at the bottom of this first slide. It's a senior information survey, bit.ly/senior 2021 student info. You may have already filled this form out with your counselor during your individual senior meeting. However, we encourage you to check this link out and fill the form out if you have not already done so. And Ms. Barber is going to post this link in the chat as well. So we are so thankful that you all are here today. Ms. Bracy, our principal, is going to go ahead and get our meeting started for us today. Ms. Bracy?
Good morning, everyone. I hope that you guys are staying dry as the storm is approaching. But I just wanted to take a couple moments this morning to join you. I know that this has been an up and down roller coaster for students since March when we left. But I wanted you to know that we still love you. Although we're not able to give those hugs and fist bumps in the quad like we normally do, we're still thinking of you. It's my commitment that we want your senior year to be as promising as it could be based on the current situation. So I encourage you to just stay engaged with us. Our counselors are here for you. Your administrators are here for you. Everybody here at Garinger still loves you and we miss you. We know that these are challenging times, but I believe that we will get through these together. If I was going to leave you with any parting words, I would say it is very important that you don't lose focus. For those of you who are working on your college admissions process, you don't know Ms. Rivas, but you'll have an opportunity. Well, some of you may not know her. Some of you may have already met her. I think you have. But for my seniors, I really want you to log in and get engaged. And let's make sure we're making the next couple months count so that we are ahead of the game when it comes to our college admissions and not playing catch up. So we still look forward to seeing you guys back in January. And in the meantime, while we're waiting to return to in-person instruction, if you need us, please make sure you're emailing, calling, tweeting, whatever it is. We're on Instagram. We're trying to be relevant, right? We try to stay with y'all. So reach out to us on the school website, school email, or IG, and let's make sure you stay connected to us. Have a great day. And as always, what do I want you to do? Be your best self. Have a great morning.
All right. Ms. Barber?
Hi, I am Tamika Barber. I am one of the assistant principals here at Garinger High School. I support students in that with the last name A through E. I would like to introduce the rest of my assistant principal team. If your last name is F through L, then Ms. Carly Forshey is your assistant principal. If your last name is M through Q, then Ms. Karen James is your assistant principal. And if your last name is R through Z, then Ms. Kelly Lyons is your assistant principal. If you need us for anything, any support or anything, please feel free to reach out to us via email. We are here and happy to support you and to connect you with your counseling team and to be a liaison between you and your teachers or whatever it is you need. But we're happy to be here to support.
Ms. Segedy?
Hi, good morning, everyone. I would like to introduce your counselors. I am Miss Segedy. I am a support for students who their last name starts with R through Z and currently I through J. My caseload is from 10th graders to 12th graders. I would like to introduce the rest of our counselors. Miss Miles, she is our first-time 9th grade counselor. Mr. Parker is counselor for 10th grade to 12th grade, and he serves students from their last name starting from A through G. Miss T. Johnson is one of our other school counselors. She is expected to return in December, and I bet she is really looking forward to seeing all of you again. Miss A. Johnson, she serves students whose last name starts with M through Q, and she's also helping with last names that start with H. She also serves 10th through 12th graders. You can always visit us on our student service website for office hours. If Miss A. Johnson, if you could please show how to access the student services website.
Sure.
If you go to our Garinger High School website, on the side tab, there is a section that says Student Services. If you click on that tab, it will take you to our Student Services website. And if you scroll down on that home page, you will see our Student Services office hours. If you click on that link, you will be able to join us, and we will be there waiting to help you and support you. I would also like to present our other team members from our Student Services team. We have our wonderful social workers, Miss Ames and Miss Hutchins. We have our wonderful graduation coaches, Miss Witherspoon and Miss Edge, and we have our amazing college advisor, Miss Rivas. She's always more than happy to help with college applications and with information regarding colleges and universities, so please feel free to reach out to her.
Next up, go ahead. I'm sorry, Miss Segedy.
I'm sorry. Next up is Mr. Walker.
I'm having technical difficulties. I'm not good at all this stuff, but seniors, crazy year, as Miss Bracy said, but you can know this for sure. You guys are going to be celebrated for your accomplishments and for your graduation, and graduation is going to go on some way, somehow. We just don't know how, but we're here to help you celebrate your accomplishments. Graduation takes planning and preparation by the administration and by the counselors. We have to get all your diplomas and all that good stuff together. You guys have to get your caps and gowns. And so as a team, we work together to do that. This year, as we all know, has been challenging for all of us, and we're a little bit behind on all of that. But it will go on, and graduations will go on. Mid-year graduates, your deadline is fast approaching for your cap and gown deadline. It's on December the 1st. And as you can see on the screen there, your cap and gown orders, which we typically do at school, which of course we cannot do this year, is going to have to be done all online. And it's at highschool.herfjones.com. June graduates, you have a little bit of a longer deadline. Yours is not until January the 31st. You have a little bit more time left. So mid-year graduates, it's important that if you're going to participate in graduation, that you go on and start thinking about getting your cap and gown ordered on highschool.herfjones.com. Of course, along with the caps and gowns, we not only have those, but we have the announcements, the graduation announcements, and all different types of stuff for 2021 that you guys can celebrate with your family and friends. And hopefully everything's going to somehow get back to normal sometime. And we will have a graduation in the spring. We're not sure exactly what's going to happen with the mid-year graduations, but something will happen, whether it's a drive-through or virtual. Probably will not be in person. But just know that we, as well as the administration staff, are here working to make sure that the class of 2021 is celebrated like no other. So congratulations. Have a great day and great week. And everybody, of course, stay safe.
Thank you, Mr. Walker. Mid-year graduates, once you do order your cap and gown first, the drive-through to pick those cap and gowns up from Herff Jones will be at Garinger. You'll drive through, stay in your car, and it's going to be on January the 6th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And here's some information, Herff Jones contact information. If you need to email them or their phone number, it's on the screen. And remember again, mid-year graduates, orders must be received on their Herff Jones website, highschool.herfjones.com, by Tuesday, December 1st. If you order other items besides cap and gowns, you pick them up at that drive-through on January the 6th at 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. All right. Next up is going to be Miss Lemire. She's going to talk to you about senior pictures.
Good morning, seniors. I have some information for you about senior portraits, and we are going to prepare you just in case we have a virtual graduation again. If you saw the virtual graduations last year, the student's photo and their name was put up on the screen. So we're going to prepare for that just in case. So number one, if you have not taken your senior portrait, or you're not going to take a senior portrait, I will need you to email me a picture of you. And so we can put it in the virtual graduation presentation if that is the way it goes. Key to do that, and you will do this once you get your cap and gown, you want to put on your cap and gown correctly and stand in front of a solid background or a natural background, and then have your family member take a photo of you. The selfie way doesn't work out as well. Have someone take your picture. You're going to email it to me and put your student's your first name, last name, and ID number. Now that's if you're not taking a senior portrait. So, and let me talk to you about actual senior portraits if we'll go to the next slide. Those of you who did not take a portrait, you have a chance to do a makeup on Tuesday, November 10th. That's just under 2 weeks from today. We'll be back on campus in the media center, and you'll have to make an appointment, and you'll come in and you can take the formal photo as pictured there. We provide the tux or that drape. You don't have to bring that at all. And then you can also pose in your own clothing. Now, you are not required, because of COVID, you are not required to wear this drape if you do not feel comfortable wearing the drape. But if you don't wear the drape, please wear something nice looking that we can put in the yearbook. Now, if you did take your photos October 5th or 6th, you should have received an email from me with your portrait code. And if you took 2 portraits, you have 2 codes. Also, if you prefer, you may come by starting this afternoon. You may come by the atrium and pick up the hard copy of your proof. It will be there. You'll just have to sign for it as you enter the atrium. That is up to you. Now, how can you do all this, and how can you buy a yearbook, and how can you put your senior quote in? Everything is there for you at this website, geringeryearbook.wordpress.com, and I will put it in the chat for you. Or you might want to just take a quick picture. And once you go there, it will have a link to make an appointment, a link for your quote, order a yearbook, and any other information. Thank you very much. And next up is Mr. Parker.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I just want to reiterate some things that we talked about during your senior meeting, the individual meeting. I want you to be sure to attend your classes daily. That's important to keep up and maintain communication with your teachers so you can improve your grades and make sure you earn the credits you need for graduation. So know your academic standing. We'll be contacting many of you here shortly about some contracts to help you to improve your grades. And for those of you who still need CPR certification for mid-year graduates, there's about 20 of you we're going to be contacting that still need your CPR certification. And that's going to take place the week of December the 14th. So we'll be contacting you directly with more information on how that process is going to be handled. But the CPR is required, and we'll take care of that. For those of you who have been encouraged to do your credit recovery completion, you need to contact your counselor if that's one of the things that's been discussed with you at your senior meeting, that you needed to continue that credit recovery to stay on track for graduation. So make sure that you're taking care of that need. As mentioned, cap and gown purchased and picked up required for a graduation ceremony. Make sure you're doing that, and finalize post-secondary plans on that survey that you have already completed. We documented that, but for those of you who have not completed the survey, make sure you're putting down your post-secondary plans.
Mr. Parker? Mr. Parker, this is your slide as well.
Sorry, somehow I accidentally muted myself. Persevere, to persist in anything undertaken, maintain a purpose in spite of difficulty, obstacles, or discouragements. Continue steadfastly. First quarter was difficult for many of you. We know that it's a challenge to online learning, but we're here to support you. Please reach out for any of us that are on here as far as administration, counselors, graduation coaches, social workers. We have family advocates, just tons of support. So use the support that's provided to help you overcome obstacles that you may be challenges. Okay, so make sure you're re-engaging in school daily. All right, be on time, be active in the class, active listening. Make sure you're reaching out to your teachers for help when you don't understand things. The tutorial sessions that are started now on Tuesdays and Thursdays, take advantage of those opportunities. Make sure that you're doing what you need to do to be successful. And as always, so make sure you reach out to us. I'm going to turn it over to Miss, let's see, hang on.
Miss Barber.
Miss Barber. For the administration team, Miss Barber or Miss Forshey?
Miss Barber.
Okay.
It's me. All right, guys. I just wanted to remind you of a couple of behavior expectations that we have for you. I just need you to know that given the virtual format, I understand that it presents its challenges, but we still expect you to be on your best behavior. I need you to know that any inappropriate behavior that you exhibit in class or on campus or off could result in disciplinary actions, and there are no exceptions to this rule. As seniors, it is important for you guys to know that the graduation, the right to graduate is yours, but that ceremony is a privilege. So if you would like to be afforded that privilege, then it is expected that you guys are on your best behavior. If for whatever reason, you have to suffer disciplinary consequences, of the punishments could be that you're not allowed to participate in the graduation ceremony, and that will be based on whatever the infraction is in the student code of conduct. I don't want to focus on the negative because you guys have made it thus far, so I know that you guys all know how to behave and know what to do. And as young adults, the expectation is that you are model citizens, not just for yourselves and your families, but for the school community overall. So please, ma'ams and sirs, be on your best behavior.
Thank you, Ms. Barber. So some graduation info, especially if you are a mid-year graduate. We do not have a location yet. Graduation ceremonies are not determined by Garinger High School. They are determined by the CMS school district. They have not given us those plans yet. However, they have given us the date and time. So mid-year graduates, your ceremony will be on January the 13th. The ceremony will start at 7:30. If we are able to do anything in person, we do ask graduates to show up an hour before the ceremony at 6:30, and that's if you are in person. But the ceremony actually starts at 7:30. Here are some pictures. If we do have like another drive-through ceremony, we really enjoyed that. Our graduates enjoyed that as well, but that is a preview of what graduation might look like again. All right, just some reminders for mid-year graduation day. Again, January 13th at 7:30. If it is in person, we'd ask you to arrive at 6:30. Either way, we ask you to wear your cap and gown, academic regalia, and that's if you earned any honors cords, things like that, any stoles. Remember, it's important on graduation day that you're not on your cell phone, so we ask you that you put your cell phone away. And also, we only do plain caps, so please do not decorate your cap either. The district has not given the June graduation date, but as soon as we know that information, we will definitely push it out to you all as well. Another reminder, if graduation, the ceremony is in person, if any student or if anybody in your family has a disability or is considered handicapped or needs an interpreter, please contact your school counselor by email after this meeting. We ask that you contact us to let us know this information so that we can make sure that everybody has access to the ceremony. So if you or your family members have a disability, handicap, or interpreter, and you need help making sure that they're able to access the ceremony, please email your counselor. Next up is Miss Barber.
There are some key things that were mandated by the district in terms of graduation dress code, and these are not unique to Garinger. These are district-wide expectations for dress code during the graduation ceremony. Women are acceptable dress under your cap and gown would be a dress pants, a collared shirt, a blouse, or a tie if appropriate. Sandals and heels that are less than 2 inches tall. For men, dress pants, a collared shirt, a tie, and dress shoes. In the event that we have an in-person ceremony, if you don't follow the dress code, you will be asked to change. If you refuse, you will be quickly removed from the ceremony. Next slide, please. There are some other rules, and these were outlined by the district. There are to be no grills on the gold grills or silver grills on your teeth, no sunglasses, no headphones, no phones during the ceremony, no cameras during the ceremony, no keys, purses, earpieces, iPods, headscarves, unless for religious purposes, or gum. Any student who behaves inappropriately will not be allowed to pick up their diploma during the actual ceremony, and they will have to come to the school at a later date to pick up their diploma. Ma'ams and sirs, it is important that during this ceremony, which signifies your completion of high school, and this ceremony is for your parents more so, it's really, really important that we are on our best behaviors and we are our best selves. So we are expecting you to follow the rules and comply so that this can be a dignified ceremony. As you can see, here are some examples of students who were in proper dress code. I see dress slacks, blouses, collared shirts, low heels. They have to be less than 2 inches. It's a long walk. So if you have on those long heels, it can be taller heels. It can be a struggle. And they have on their appropriate regalia. Is not their caps are not decorated. So these are some examples of appropriate dress for graduation. A few things to remember: being early is better than being late. You don't want to be that person that's running through the line trying to get to your spot, and your people have already marched in and you're in the back of the line, and they've called all the Z's, and then here you are, last name B, and you have to go in late. You don't want to be that person. So please, ma'ams and sirs, if you are participating in the mid-year graduation, please arrive at the location, which is still to be determined. We're waiting on district guidance on where and how the ceremony will be going this year. Be there at 6:30. Please follow all instructions the very first time they're given to you. During graduation, there are a lot of moving pieces. There are we have district people giving directives, and there are school level things. So please, ma'ams and sirs, just comply with the directions and the instructions you're given the first time. But we want you to have fun and be as proud of yourselves as we are of you, because this is a big deal, not only for yourselves, but for your families and for the people that support you and love you. So we want you to be proud. We want you to have fun. And this is a big celebration. This is the culmination of your high school experience. So we want you to be proud of your accomplishment. And now we have Ms. Rivas, our college advisor.
Good morning, seniors. So a huge part of your high school experience is definitely applying for colleges, or even just thinking about college. So as your college advisor, I can help you all with a lot of different things. I can help you prepare for that college application process, even if you know you want to go to college, but maybe you don't know where to start. I can always help you get started on those important steps. I can help with SAT and ACT registration so that you don't have to pay for those. I can help with RDS, which is an essential part to all college applications, whether it's a 4-year school or a 2-year school like CPCC. With that too comes FAFSA and scholarships. I can also help you research and apply for colleges, universities, community colleges. I definitely want to make sure you are going to your perfect school, but we need to have a conversation in order to find out what that perfect school is. I can also help you in general with your guidance on your transition from your high school life. It doesn't have to be scary, and I can definitely ease some worries and anxieties you all may have, but I can't do that unless you all schedule an appointment with me and have a conversation with me. So if you want, I know you all must have your phone somewhere nearby. You can definitely scan that QR code to make an appointment with me, or I'll also be dropping the link in the chat. Could you go to the next slide, please? But some upcoming events and opportunities for you all. Today, we actually do have 2 virtual rep visits in 1 Zoom call from UNC Pembroke and Fayetteville State University. So if these are schools that are interesting to you, I encourage you to come by and have conversations with these admission representatives. Also, in general, just make sure you're following my Instagram. There's always going to be upcoming events, updates, opportunities, scholarship opportunities for you all there. And I'm always going to have the links for events in my bio. The other huge and important thing is I know these acceptance letters are going to start rolling in. I know y'all are going to start getting awarded some scholarships. So if you want to be featured on the Student Services website, I encourage you to use that Google form and just let me know where you've been accepted or what scholarships you all have been awarded. As you can see, we already have some Rockstar students that definitely got awarded some acceptance letters. So I want to make sure that your name is up there too so that it can be celebrated, okay? And then I think now I'm passing it off to Ms. Edge. Yep.
Good morning, seniors. If you have questions, we have answers. You can go to the Garinger website and click on the Student Services tab to the left. This will direct you to the Senior tab underneath the Student Services website, and this will give you any information that you may have questions about as it relates to your senior year. If you don't see your answer on the website, the answer that you're looking for, you can email your counselor. The link beside their name will allow you to directly go to the email address so you can email them. You can also find information on Garinger High School's Facebook page. So Facebook is at Garinger High School. Instagram is GHS Wildcats. And the Twitter is also at GHS Wildcat, no S. And next up, we have Miss Miles.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here with you today. What I want to do right now is to just talk about some things that you've probably already heard before, but it's imperative that you all remember that your senior portraits makeup date is November the 10th. Make an appointment. If you need to order your cap and gown, you need to go online and do this by December 1st. If you do not take a senior portrait, please email that information, as Ms. Lemire said, to her by December the 7th. You can refer back to slide number 8 for guidelines. Also remember, seniors, semester 1 exams are going to be given on campus December 14th through the 21st. Remember, this is face-to-face. This will be your first time back on campus. Mid-year graduates who need to take the work keys, or if you need CPR, you will need to come on campus the week of December 14th. More information on specific dates and times is coming soon. Seniors, we need for you to pick up your cap and gown at Garinger. This is going to be face-to-face, and the event will take place on January 6th from 9 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and that will be in 2021. Mid-year graduates, want you to remember that graduation is January 13th, 2021 at 7:30 p.m. And that is, again, it's in person, or it could be virtual the decision has not been made yet, so be prepared for either in-person or virtual. The graduation date for June has not been set yet. We're anticipating that the district will make that decision sometimes in the near future. So what I'd like for you to do is to take a picture of this snap so that you can keep being accountable for making sure that you're where you need to be, when you need to be. In November specifically, you're going to need to be taking those pictures so that you can get your picture in the yearbook. So be reminded that these are some important dates. Also mark your calendar for the 14th through the 21st to let you know that you are going to be on campus. So I want you to be mindful of these things. So at this time, I'd like to turn it over to admin. I believe that's Ms. Bracy or Miss Barber, maybe.
Hi, y'all. If you could, please, I'm Miss Barber again. I support students A through E. Miss Johnson, if you could scroll back to the slide before. Sorry. Seniors, good. Seniors, if you could please, if you have not done so already, as Ms. Miles had directed in the last slide, if you could please take a picture of this slide. This slide has some really, really important information and deadlines for you that's going to be relevant to you in the days to come. So if you haven't done so already, please take a picture of this slide. This meeting is being recorded. So if you have friends who might have missed the meeting, or if you have questions, or if your parents need to see any parts of this meeting, please let them know that they can find this meeting, and it's on the Student Services website. It will be there and recorded so that they can play it back to see any of the key pieces that they might need. But please pass the word that the meeting is there so that you can go ahead and have that information so that you can be ready for those dates. I'm speaking on behalf of the administrative team at Garinger, and I just want you to know that we are so proud of you. We are well into Q2. Exams are fast approaching, and we just want you to all just put your best foot forward. Really, really dig in there. If you are struggling with anything, please reach out to administrators, please reach out to your teachers, please reach out to our phenomenal student support staff. We are all here to help you. We're in this together. If you have any questions with college advising, Ms. Rivas is more than happy to assist you. When those scholarships are pouring in, please reach out to her so that she can get that. If you need any help with navigating the college process, please reach out. We are here for you. And we want you to know that we understand that these are unprecedented times. Virtual learning sometimes is hectic and it can be chaotic, but we know that you guys are capable. The big takeaway that I'm getting from this meeting is the word persevere. And we are hoping that you all will persevere through what is left of your senior year so that you can all be Garinger alumni in June. We thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions or any concerns, please reach out to either your administrators, your counselor, or anybody on the student support services team, and we will be happy to assist you. As always, if you're riding in a car, wear a seatbelt. If you're out in public, put on a mask and be your best self. Bye.
Thank you, Ms. Barber. So I'm going to take just a couple of minutes. Mr. Knickerbocker, if you could let me know if there are any questions in the chat so that we can answer those quickly.
Yeah, there seems to be a lot of questions about the cap and gown. So one person says, whenever I look in the cap and gown, it keeps saying, do you want to buy graduation or a graduation package? Also, I'll just read them all to you because you can kind of summarize some of these. And then another person said, where do I buy my cap and gown? And then, so even if we graduate, we still need to buy, even if we graduate in June, we still need to buy a cap and gown, the question goes.
Okay, so a lot of cap and gown questions. We cannot, well, we don't require you to buy a cap and gown, but if we do have a ceremony, like a drive-through or in-person, you will be required to wear a cap and gown to participate in that ceremony. I know, we want to know what the district's going to decide. I know that the last ceremony we had was a drive-through, so I'm expecting they'll probably either do virtual or drive-through. So there's a possibility that you do need the cap and gown. The cap and gown, again, is $50 plus tax and any service fees. The way you buy those is going to www.highschool.herfjones.com. As far as if you're having any technical difficulties on the website, that's not manned by Garinger or CMS. That's Herff Jones' personal website. And I would encourage you to take a picture of this. You can email them if you're not able to place an order on the website, or call them to place the order. So I'd encourage you to take a picture of this slide. Did I answer all those questions, Mr. Nick, or was there something else I'm missing?
Yes, that was all the questions, just a lot of the cap and gown questions. I think you summarized that.
Can you guys hear me? This is Walker with Herff Jones. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So there was a question, I think, that said about the packages. Yes, the first, when you click on highschool.herfjones.com and you type in Garinger, the first thing that you're going to see are some of the bigger packages. That's with the announcements and all the good stuff. If all you need is a cap and gown, you simply just scroll down to the bottom where it says shop for individual items and cap and gown, and you click that on, and it'll take you to the cap and gown site, which will be at the bottom there. So I hope that helps.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walker. I think that does help.
Okay.
So just a reminder, if you are a mid-year graduate or a early 3-year graduate, we do need your mid-year graduation contract signed and returned to your counselor. I'm going to exit out of this real quick to show you where that document is at if you need another copy of it. So we are on the Garinger website. Again, you go to Student Services on the left. And then over here, you're going to go to the Seniors tab. And you scroll down on the Seniors tab. Mid-year graduation document. You click on Document. And we just need the second page. These are just instructions. We need the second page. What we need you to fill out is your name, ID number. We can fill out your course of study and your entry year. And then we need, you can fill in the classes you need for graduation requirements, or your counselor can. The main thing we need is your signature date and your parent's signature and date. You can either email this back to your counselor, or you can take a picture of it and email it back to your counselor. If you need your counselor to mail it to you, you can definitely email your counselor and ask them to do that. But we do need this signed and returned no later than November 15th in order for you to remain a mid-year graduate. That is part of district policy, that we do need that contract on file before November the 15th. Mr. Nick, before we end our meeting, could you let me know if there are any more questions in the chat?
That looks like that is it.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your time and your attention. And we are going to end our meeting now. Have a wonderful day.